Guardians on the brain because they got Carlos Carrasco back in the mix.
Oh.
Yes, I saw that.
He split to go to the Mets and kind of diminishing returns there, so they signed him to a minor league deal. He's going to be back in the mix. Yeah.
For sure.
No, late Cavs game on Saturday. So we do our metal show on Saturday nights. It's called 2 Hours to Midnight. And so we'll be on hiatus this Saturday night since that will just push us too far back. But we will return next Saturday night. So if you're a metal fan, I know Bridget Linton, she is a P1, as we say in the biz, for our metal show. She cannot get enough. It's a constant stream of requests from her. She's like, hey, could you play Serpentine Dominion for me? And I go, yes. And I know it's just constant texts
Just
when the show is
headbanging
on.
all the time.
All the time headbanging. And she likes metal. So it's me, it's Corey Roddick, it is Pat Butler who hosts the show for you. And you can email me requests for the show. It's 2htm@wmms.com. So not this Saturday night, but next Saturday night we'll be back with another 2 hours of metal. I will have a brand new stuff from Any Given Day. I will have Rigor Mortis. I'll have Arch Spire. Brand new stuff from Poppy and Bad Omens. Very excited for next week's show. But no 2 hours to midnight this Saturday. You know, I really didn't plan for the show to be as masturbation heavy as it has been.
Yes, you did. Every time I'm on the show, you guys do this.
Well, that's irrespective of whether you're here or not. It's kind of a through line just because, hey, man, it's just a bunch of guys talking.
Just talking about what guys talk about.
Guys stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like throw up and poop and all the things.
We've been pretty light on the poop today.
Yeah, actually, I'm the one that
Yeah.
brought it up.
You're the one that brought it up. Yeah, look at you.
The soundbite, yeah.
Yep. You have that sinkhole up there?
I sent it to you.
I'd like to see it. Oh, you did?
I messaged it to you on Instagram.
It is. Well,
Crazy.
I'm just so confused about the car placement. The car stayed. It's really directly right underneath the car.
Yeah.
It is wild. Does it have any explanation of how this happened yet?
Cleveland infrastructure is failing. That's the explanation.
Is it Trisket on what, West 28th? Is that what 128th?
I didn't hear. I heard Trisket and something.
Is there any cursing in this or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Okay, listen, I'll show people the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Cleveland baby is what it says. So there's an entire car in a giant sinkhole there.
Yeah. And the car's just happens to be just big enough that it's not completely fallen in.
Right,
But
like the lip of the bumper is sitting on the edge of the sinkhole. West 128th and Belden, the neighborhood by Mohican Park is what people are
I
saying.
used to live over by there.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Any sinkholes? I mean, this probably isn't unprecedented over there. Maybe not that large, but I mean,
I drive by there, like not exactly on that road, but I'm over in that area pretty regularly.
I mean, even the firefighters said that they were speechless. They'd never seen anything like that before.
I like when you see a video of a sinkhole that just swallows the car. Like the asphalt just gives way and somebody's Mini Cooper Countryman just
like
goes
yeah.
down subterranean, down with the Morlocks.
The Pittsburgh bus situation
Oh, I
where
love it.
an entire bus fell into a giant sinkhole.
Yep.
Bruh, that's just bad luck. Like, you're the one car that got a sinkhole. Like, I just wanted to go home. I had a long day.
Right, I got to deal with your car in a sinkhole.
Like, it's not even your car. You probably thought, like, oh, no, I had a blowout. Like, I had a flat. Nope. The
road had a flat.
No, like, when you get out, you're falling into the pit. Like,
Could you imagine having to call if you're late for something? Like, hey, sorry.
I'm
literally in a sinkhole right now.
Listen,
like,
you're going to see exactly why I'm late in a few minutes.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh.
It's gonna go
Well,
viral.
that's why the last time we had Bridget on the show was for the Cavs home opener at the Romo Fijo. And that was the 27th of October. It was right before Halloween. Now, the reason I remember that, obviously, it's fun when we were on the show. But the very next day, October 28th, I was sitting Shiva all day long because that is the anniversary of the Pittsburgh bus sinkhole disaster. And as a former Pittsburgh resident, That happened in 2019, October 28th, 2019.
Wow.
I had a Never Again tattoo put on myself with a bus. And I just kind of sit quietly by myself when October 28th rolls around in
sad day.
Yeah, it's just, nobody died, but a lot of people were inconvenienced. And these days, that's the same as being murdered, right? Inconvenience. People can't handle it anymore. So every year, the anniversary of the Pittsburgh sinkhole, I just I keep to myself. I sit in quiet contemplation. I think about my place in the universe, which is infinitesimal, but that makes it's very comforting to me that I'm so insignificant in the universe. But the Pittsburgh City bus sinkhole.
October 28th. Now, hey,
October
at least
28th,
this year it
2019.
fell on a Saturday, so you could be silent. You didn't
Yes.
have to come in and do a show.
Right. I told my wife and small child, leave me alone.
Yes.
I'm not to be disturbed. Look at me. Look at me. I'm not to be disturbed.
I am depressed. I'm somber.
I wasn't depressed. Somber. Nailed it. I was somber. But again, nobody died in that, but it was absolutely detrimental to, I think, the collective psyche of people who live in and around Allegheny County.
Yeah.
So if you can't count on public transit, earlier in the show, Poundcake's going, oh, the Rapid doesn't run all night. Travesty.
Mm-hmm.
Where are my tax dollars going? What am I paying for? Do I take the Rapid? No. Would I like people who do to be able to get to where they need to get at 3 a.m? Yes, I would. But what do you want me to say? Anyway, I didn't mean for the show to be as masturbation heavy as it is, but I did come across a story that will fit in perfectly. And it took me a little by surprise because I didn't know this was a thing. There was a guy who is a doctor. It's a woman. She's a urologist. She's a sex educator, and she has a YouTube channel that a lot of people subscribe to. And she was trying to kind of get guys to be a little bit more in the moment. And she's like, hey, guys, when you're rubbing one out, loosen up. And I guess I didn't know that this was a thing.
You got to be free and easy.
She's
loosen up.
She goes, there's this phenomenon of the death grip, and it's really not good for you physically. And I'm like, I didn't know so many people were angrily wanking. I didn't know that was it's supposed to be fun. It's not like you're getting revenge on your crotch. It's supposed to be a good Poundcake lays out a whole thing, man. He's taken hours to do it, right? We probably all learn. Now I don't know.
Who wants to put on a good show for Ghost Bag?
Right.
I make an evening of it. I light candles. I play some music, and
Now you like lighting candles.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did he say?
He said, I light candles.
Yeah, he likes candles.
Did you say
around.
you light candles or I like candles?
No, I light candles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were like...
Well, you light them because you like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're doing something else with the candles. There's things you can do with candles.
No.
So you have like
Those big
romantic
fat
evenings just with you.
Yes.
It's like a little date.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're called, wait for it, Yankee candles.
Did you just come up with that one?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I'm sure I'm the 4 millionth person to come up with it, but just now
I don't know. I always say you guys are the funniest people I know. You surprise me every
And
time.
I
we
keep
say you
saying-
need to know more people.
Right.
You need to
More
get out
people.
more.
I mean,
See, this is the problem with
the
you
quick
not
wit.
being up in Loudville. You're down there with the elites, and so you're meeting the same people all the time. And of course, the people that are sitting down courtside at Cavs games
Aren't fun.
aren't funny.
Well, okay.
They're rich.
Also, I need to discuss this. When are we going to Loudville? I mean, we are in February now, and we still have not done our team outing to Loudville.
I was just in Loudville. Well, I was at that Bud Bar.
Yeah, that's where I want to take her.
Yeah.
We will make
Not
it
sitting
happen.
in a seat. Somebody texted me earlier in the show, and they go, hey, my dad and I went to a Cavs game. He said it was my second Cavs game ever. First one, they were in the fourth row.
Mhm.
This most recent one, up in Loudville. He said he had just as good of a time. Not better, not worse. just as good of a time. So I guess if you're trying to make the case that
You're gonna have a great time.
Right.
Well, I think, again, it's who you go with. So, of course, we're going to have a good time if
Yes,
it's
right.
us.
Bridget has said, and I don't want to speak for you, but she has said here, and we've talked about it, I normally don't go to Loudville because everybody up there is too fat and ugly.
No.
And I...
A bunch of Swifties up there, if you know what I mean.
Here we go. I thought Alan was on my side here. I'm like, what is he going to say here?
No, we like
Nope,
bits.
he's gone to the
I like
he's gone to
bits.
the Bill dark side.
No, come on. We're kidding, of course.
You want to do another bit? Because I got another one from last time you were on.
What is the docking?
No.
Oh.
We already
The
covered
black
docking.
X's.
The what?
The black X's.
Yeah.
Oh, you said that in college you had written black X's on
No.
your hands,
Yes.
right? You had black
Well,
X's on your hands.
she'd go with black X's.
I think I said I would go to the bars with black X's, and yeah, Bill just
I do what I do.
took it literally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct.
Okay, but I'm serious about Loudville. I would
I'm
like to.
looking at the schedule right now.
Okay, great.
All right. So
Can't wait to make the big moment up there.
Well, it's
Wait.
fun. I mean, it's...
I think that's where the
you know,
DJ is. Maybe
yeah,
it's-
usually.
we can have a
that's-
dance party up there.
Mhm.
It's a
Well,
good
you
time.
guys can go. I don't go to Loudville.
And why don't you go?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm not going to Loudville. I've spent many years in Loudville, and
He's too bougie
it's
for it
it's
now.
not. I've never sat courtside, but I'm more of a mid bowl type of guy. Like,
Mid-bowl.
Mid-bowl.
I'm like in the hundreds or less, but I'm not on the floor.
Yeah, but that's like, again, it fits perfectly with your academic credentials, but I mean, that's like a C grade seat. Either be close or be really far away.
That's
Why
what I'm
sit in
saying.
the middle?
That's what it's going to be for me. It's either courtside or it's Loudville. Really not a lot in between there.
Are you free the 10th of February? Are you gonna
Well, I'm
be-
hoping I'll
Are
be
you getting
in
an
Vegas.
award? Okay. Oh, you're hoping to be in Vegas.
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you're not, maybe we can make that happen because I think I'm free that night.
Okay. All right, let's stand by on that one. Let's
All right.
throw out other floater dates.
All right. Because then I'm going to be out of town.
Oh man.
I'm busy that 23rd. Can't do that one. Might have to be a March thing.
Well, she's in New York on the 20th.
I know.
Yeah.
We're busy too. So,
Mhm.
and then I'm out of town.
Busy people.
Yeah. You want to go on Valentine's Day?
Oh, we can do a little date night.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? I mean,
No plans.
I was gonna say, like
You're gonna get
I
drunk
guess
in
I'm going to
Loudville?
Loudville.
you're currently unencumbered.
Alan,
but
it's
what?
against the bowls.
Yeah, I know.
Would Gwen want to go
No,
to
she
Loudville with
wouldn't.
us?
No.
Is she a sports fan? Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a Pistons fan. I mean, that's her
Yeah.
home team. Yeah. No, I'm not taking my wife to the Cavs game on Valentine's Day. I've been thwarted in my attempts to see the Bulls thus far because something is always when they're in town, and I'm like, oh, I'll go see the Bulls, and then something happens there, and like they were here last time they were here was on like Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We were on the air, and I'm like, I'm not going.
We were on there
after
because you didn't want
yeah,
to
I
take
know.
the day off.
I was an experiment, and I learned.
What are your thoughts on because you're
Not
saying
many.
you would never take your wife to a Cavs game on Valentine's Day. What are your thoughts on the Jumbotron proposals?
I only like it when they say no and it's not one of the fake no's.
Yeah. Because the last Cavs game I went to, there was a proposal. And I was like,
If that's
I'm like
their
a big
thing,
sports fan, and I don't think I would want that.
If it's for them,
yeah.
you know,
if
it's their
they go to
thing.
those games all the time and like that's something that she'd be into, then absolutely.
Yeah.
But if it's just like just because he's like this will be a great romantic thing, I think it's real cheesy.
It's
Well,
more for the dude. Like,
I was gonna say you better know if your girl really likes the attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you don't know that, if that's a swing and a miss, then you might not want to get married at all because you've, you know what I mean? You've really wide right.
I mean, I like attention, but I would not want to get proposed to that way.
There are different kinds of attention,
Yeah.
and
Like I would like to be the host talking about it. Like, okay, please welcome.
Well, and anytime I see
Alan
those-
and Gwen, we're getting ready to play.
Yeah, anytime I
Whatever
see
it is.
those go viral, I always assume they're staged anyway because
Yeah.
people aren't very good actors. So the guy looks way too upset. The girl is
Yeah.
angry and shaking her head. I'm like, okay, this is fake.
Yeah.
But I think if you're paying attention, most of those dudes know she would or would not want this. I don't
Makes
know.
sense.
I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with it. And listen, whatever you want to do. It's like the people who put the ring in the cheesecake. Like you're taking a chance there that she's gonna take a big old bite of
True.
cheesecake, then you gotta wait for her ring to pass.
My dad did it in a fortune cookie at her favorite Chinese restaurant.
See, that's kind of cute because you have to set it up. You can't just
Yeah.
push it in the cheesecake.
Yeah, true.
You got to have it made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that means they're making their own cookies.
Yeah,
Hmm.
true. I never knew that my dad was that romantic until I heard that story. I'm like, that's actually pretty clever.
Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Alan, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
Hey, are you getting hyped for the Will and Muzz Funk Fest coming up?
Living Color.
Yes, sir.
Is Muzz back in the band?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure it's the full group.
I thought Doug Wimbush was still in there.
I thought I read that it wasn't, that Will was back.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I would really very much like to be there, but I won't be there.
I thought you were going.
Well,
earlier.
I was
You said you
going.
were
I had planned on going, but I have to pick the one thing I want to do on the weekend, and I picked something else, right? Because I work all week. I'm working all the time, right? But I got a wife, I got a little kid, and they're very accommodating. But on the weekend, if I want to do something, I got to pick the one thing I want to do. And so Living Color's opening for Extreme on Saturday. And so I was like,
Which, who cares about Extreme?
Exactly.
Alan, I'm pulling a you. I'm out. I'm
Right.
out.
But
Living Color and out.
But listen to this, Mike, because you'll really break my balls over this. So I'm like, well, do I want to do that and be bummed out because they don't sound good or they're whatever? I didn't want to go and be bummed out. So here's what I'm going to do instead. On Sunday, Crocker Park, the movie theaters,
Yeah.
I bought a ticket. They're showing a Pet Shop Boys concert.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, right?
I'm not kidding you at all. I got to pick the one thing the weekend I'm going to do, and I said I'm going to go to the Pet Shop Boys concert
I don't
at
even know
Crocker
who they
Park.
are.
West End Girls, Pet Shop Boys. I like the Pet Shop Boys. I don't know what to tell you. And they went on that tour with New Order, and they didn't come to Cleveland, and I couldn't get to any other city to see them. And so I'm not lying to you, Mike.
I think how can you host a metal show and go see the Pet Shop Boys?
Because I contain multitudes. What do you want from me? I'm a lifelong metalhead. My metal credentials, by the way, are unimpeachable. But I like the goddamn Pet Shop Boys. How do you like that?
Well,
And I'm going to go
say
see
to you
even worse, Mike. It'd be bad enough if I was going to see him live. Even worse, I'm going to sit in a movie theater and eat popcorn and watch the concert.
that is terrible.
Right?
Terrible.
But have fun at Living Color.
Hey, they were my first one, I think. My first band, the Agora in like '89. That's why I haven't seen them since. That's why I want to make sure I go.
I saw them one time when they opened for the Rolling Stones. I think maybe that same year or whatever. But
Yeah.
but
It was a good
other
album.
than that, tell me. Just file a report for me after the show.
All right, you got it, brother.
All
Have a
right,
good
thank
weekend.
you. You too. There's Mike and Lorraine.
This is Pet Shop Boys?
The Pet Shop Boys, yeah. I've got to take my shots very specifically on the weekends because the weekends are always very busy too.
Yeah.
But I want to play with my kid and I want to hang out with my wife,
Right.
you know, that kind of stuff. So
Got it figured out.
I can't be gone Saturday and Sunday when I'm gone the rest of the week.
I'm liking this.
You've never heard West End Girls?
I don't think so.
It's in the mid-'80s, but it's on the radio.
Maybe I'll hear it at this event this weekend, 80s prom.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. You'll hear West End Girls. And if you don't, trash that place.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
great.
firebomb it.
Just trying to make some money for the kids with cancer, but you guys should play West End Girls. I'm blowing
That's
this
right.
place up.
This song that I just found out about 48 hours ago.
Oh.
All right. Bridget is on Instagram, Bridget _Linton 8. If
That's the
anything,
one.
what can people see there? I mean,
I post a lot about just my life,
Yeah,
what
there
I'm
you go.
doing,
Okay.
hosting events, a little behind the scenes, me in the studio with you guys.
uh-huh.
Get to know me a little more outside of Cleveland Browns games.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm going to start a new series and start posting share music videos. Never mind. I'll probably lose followers that way. My
you might
followers
lose
will go
some,
down.
but gain others.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch the attention of the real share.
I will
There
have
you
Rob
go.
Zombie tickets for you when we get back. Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper doing that co-headlining run. They'll get to Blossom. Ministry and Filter on the bill, too, but the tickets are not on sale until tomorrow morning, so I'll get them for you early coming back. And then 5:30 is your last chance today to win $1,000. That keyword coming up from the Buzzard Bookie.
This is the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever smart device you have. Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show.